Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you all today, but I want to kind of take the opportunity to tell you a little bit about my experiences with women and gender studies and what we do here. So I came into Mason, a mechanical engineering major, and took a couple classes and realized that wasn't my thing, but at the same time I took one class my first semester here with women and gender studies, and I took LGBTQ history. And I realized through that course that I was learning as much about myself as I was about the world around me and how I related to it. And I've always been someone who really thinks like I have a responsibility to make a difference, and so I think understanding the way I represent, the way I show up in a space, and the way I am cognizant of the way others show up in a space is really important, and I had the tools through that class to kind of have the beginnings to start understanding that, and so I wanted to take that farther. And I realized also through that process a lot more about myself, that I love the artistic side of what I was doing with engineering, but not kind of the technology side. And so I could kind of pursue that and integrate that artistic desire into the other things I was doing as well. And then I kind of got the opportunity to start working in this space with my peers here at Women's Gender Studies Center, and got a lot of opportunities to start going to various things, and the conference was one of those opportunities that I got. So, one of my favorite things from getting the opportunity to go to the conference was, one, being able to connect with other really strong women who are passionate about making the world a better place, and hearing their experiences, and also getting to hear Tarana Burke speak was probably the most impactful part for me. And hearing her talk about kind of her life and the creation and evolution of the Me Too movement, and just hearing her passion for making the world a better place and doing her best to leave her impact was really, really impactful on me. And I think one of the big things that she talked about that stuck out to me was trying to fill the holes in the Me Too movement and pull that movement into communities that are left out. So the importance of kind of filling the gaps there, and one of the things that is really important to me is pulling the women's movement and generally movements for equality into my community for people who look like me and are often like marginalized and forgotten even among other women. And so one of the things she said that really stuck with me was take what you have to make what you need, and so I try to kind of hold that with me as I go through trying to find that little bit of progress that can be made, sometimes even when it feels really hard to like find that room for even baby steps along the way. So since having the opportunity to attend the conference, I've been able to get involved in a lot of different leadership positions around campus. So one of those is through the center. I was able to be a part of the Pride Planning Committee for our Pride Week here at GMU. And I also planned my own event, and it was a really cool kind of intersection with art and identity and pride, and we drew a lot of things around campus as kind of like an advertisement for the week as well. And I've also, through kind of partnerships with LGBTQ resources, gotten involved in the LGBTQ LLC on campus. And Mason has LLCs that are intended to create communities around various topics or identities. So my role is a peer mentor, and that looks essentially like me helping plan events and various activities for my residents to attend, but also kind of connect them to the community, connect them to campus. We have both first year students and upperclassmen, so I do a lot of kind of helping the first years adapt to college life, and then helping the upperclassmen get through their majors, get through their classes, kind of figure out themselves along the way. And part of being having membership in that LLC is taking a class with all of your community members, and I also co-teach that class with our LLC coordinator, and we focus a lot on the connecting to resources element, but also kind of diving into the topical part of things a little more. So a big part of what we're doing is a year-long or semester-long research project that is supposed to kind of challenge the students to address a need in the community and figure out ways that they're capable of making a difference and addressing and helping out in that area. And so the hope is through that process that we are developing leaders in them just as much as the conference and my journey here has helped develop that in me. And also with LGBTQ resources, but separate of the LLC, I've been working as a data collection specialist on a project we're calling bathroom audits. And the idea there is that we're going around to every bathroom in every building on all of our main campuses. We have 3 in Virginia, plus all of our remote locations. And the idea there is that we are going in and collecting data on whether or not they're handicap accessible, are they gendered, are they single or multi-stalled. And then we want to work with our Office of Disability Services here at Mason to make sure that everything is properly signed and located, and also that we give students, we regender those restrooms that are single stalled into all gender restrooms to give students places they feel more comfortable using in more accessible locations around campus. And also, just here in the center, I've been working on several things since the conference. One of those is a source bank, which is essentially a collection of kind of canonical texts that our introductory level courses can pull from when they're creating syllabi. And also, I've been helping train all of our new office assistants in this space and kind of making everyone more comfortable as they join the family here. I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to attend the conference, and I appreciate taking some time to get to know me. Thank you. Conference, I've had a chance to take on a lot of different roles around campus, and through the center I've had the opportunity to be a part of the planning committee for Pride Week on campus, and I even was able to plan my own Pride event, which was a cool way to kind of integrate like art and pride.